All right. It appears we're live. So I've been doing a little bit of work off stream, just trying to expand this area. Kind of get some of the boring work out of the way. But I've decided that if I want to get better cash flow, I am gonna need to do something about my automation. And that's where going to the Nether comes in. You'll need to go to the Nether at some point. So I was thinking, let's make another portal. And then let's go over there. I've been thinking about where I'd want to put another portal. Thinking right in the middle of this pond. No reason, though. I haven't really researched what if anything, is on the other side. Should be an interesting surprise. Reminds me, I really do need to get a respiration helmet at some point. Gotta send out some information. Alright. Now we got that sorted. I probably should make myself a diamond shovel. But I need efficiency. I'm also gonna need obsidian. But that is a problem for later me. So let's just say we're gonna put the portal there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, where's my bed? Hmm. Hmm. Right. Take that. You good? Okay, they're fine. I use that to grow a little bit of grass on our little gate island. Alright. So we have a gate to the dirt dimension while we figure out how to decorate this. Maybe I should make it one wider. That would probably make it better. That means 12 obsidian blocks instead of just 10. Later on, I'd like to replace some of this with mossy stone. But in the meantime, we'll just go with this. Ow. Now to make it interesting. We need more sticks. Get some from the bamboo, but I've got a lot of dark oak. Stick that in the satch for now. This as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Take one of these and turn it into sticks. Take these. I'm gonna use the solid tough blocks, kind of like a off color, but still functional building block. And give it a bit of a pattern. We're going to use some of the tough bricks as well, just to give it a slight discoloration here and there. And it should blend pretty well once we get some of the mossy stone bricks in there. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. So glad stone floats. Probably replace a few of these steps with the tuff. Let that grow. Hmm, details. Alright, let's see what we're cooking with. Hmm. Oh, you can make cobblestone in the stone cutter. That is amazing. Alright, how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got broken one over there. See how this is looking. Oh, it definitely looks like something. Some ominous torches there. You know what? Let's make them interesting. Make them green. Very spooky. Should also cook some of these. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. I'll just make a bunch. Hmm. I don't know. It's kind of a thing. Alright. So I'm gonna need 12 obsidian. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, 12 obsidian. Now we go into the mines. Not fully satisfied. Yeah, better. It's weird, but I like it. No, I haven't seen very many wandering traders. If I run into one, it'll be nice to get my hands on some, what's it called? Dripstone. Cat. I should grab some fish. Later. I got things to do. Alright. Cobblestone. For the eventual Nether journey. We got torches. Defense-wise, we should be mostly okay. Though I will say my shield is in rough shape. I should probably go retrieve that dispenser. One day. Keep bumping my head. Oh, yeah, that's why. So... we put that there. Oh, all the way down here. I almost forgot what I was down here for. Obsidian. I went obsidian and I didn't even bring a friggin' bucket. Take two. Right, we got a lava bucket. Perfect. I wonder if that fence burns. If it does, I might have to use a different type of non-flammable wood. And then I can use some of that for decorations. I have a silk touch pickaxe, which means I should be able to collect some nelium while I'm down there. Some of the crimson stuff. Or warped. Alright. How are we doing? 6. Alright. That was extremely safe. That us. Turn that into a little... There you go. Now you have a water source. Infinite. Alright, do we have any flint? Oh, a little bit of iron. Uh, I do have work crafting table. That should be pretty good. And ooh. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright. I think that'll look better. Truly a strange place to sleep. Like, I get the circular vibe, but just, I don't like the look. Yeah, much better, much better. And there we go. Yeah, that looks more glorious. That being said, now I have to grab 2 more bits of obsidian. Because the whole reason I had 8 extra obsidian was so that I can make myself a ender chest once I grab some blaze powder. At some point I'm going to make a glorious elevator. And we'll have to do all this journey each time. Or maybe a nice little rail system. Yeah, it might be a bit of an expense, but I might make myself a a mending, unbreaking shield. Do I use a fresh shield or do I bring this one back to life? My original shield. If I can bring it back to life, that'd be awesome. For sentimental reasons. Not that it matters. It's just a shield. Alright. Probably best source is going to be iron from the farm. Put this away in our setch. Wait, fellas. Yeah, I thought so too. Hey, buddy. Excellent. So 24. I need 42. Okay, mending. He's not the cheapest mending, but he is the cheaper unbreaking. And we have a mending guy over here. Talk to him. Unbreaking plus mending in that order. Call it the OG shield, because it was with us since the beginning. Now, alright, he is all out. At some point I'm gonna buy one of those sweeping edge swords and combine it with the one I have. But today is not that day. Okay. Okay, we've got a lot of arrows. Throw that in there. Make ourselves another satchel. Take a bit of wood if we need it. We've got coal in case we need to make. And cobblestone. Got our gold helmet, so we shouldn't be attacked by piglins immediately. Time to see what horrors await. Okay. This is not the worst. Yeah. Nether quartz was one of the reasons I wanted to come here. Yep. Nether quartz is basically the only reason I came to the Nether. Dang, not bad. Alright. So before we get too far, maybe another thing that I want to do is get my hands on some soul sand. There we go. Lots of nether quartz. It's a good start. An excellent start. What I wanted. So I wonder... Okay. So we'll keep that one there. And that one there. I will substitute these for netherrack. There we go. Nice and spooky. Yeah, I dig it. So let's see, this one is... I should put a label on that one. Call this one... Overworld Home. Put that in there. We'll grab one of our lodestone compasses from our supplies. Put it on the other side. Now, since we do have our bounty, which is this nether quartz, which is going to come in clutch for making comparators, observers, and all the other redstone bits and bobs. Okay. Lodestone, lodestone, here we go, lodestone. Need one of these for a new compass. One, two, three, four. Okay, I gotta do something about the poppies. I don't need that many. And back to heck. Alright, put that in here. Now I can go exploring with reckless abandon. And it'll be okay. Probably don't need all that netherrack. Alright. So let's figure out how to get from place to place, and if we have any options. Be nice to plug that up, but beggars can't be choosers. Not at this moment. Howdy, fellas. Don't mind me. Yeah, we're just gonna let that one go. Ooh, ghasts. Huh. Okay, I've got some netherrack. I'm wearing my gold, so they should see me as a friendly. Alright. Ooh. like that. So, do we have our stone cutter? Yes, we do. Just gonna make a lot of steps. I'll start with 32. Thank goodness for creepy nether noises. Okay. Now there seems to be something that way. Warped forest. Okay. Let us go in with slabs. Take advantage of the nether for natural lighting. Hmm. Okay, lovely field of fiery debris. Don't need that kind of negativity in my life. There we go. Got some of that nether plunder. So I might, what I'm thinking is, instead of using grass for the portal, I could instead use Nelium. Give it a weirder, creepier look. Alright, fellas. Time to make the classic Enderman wrap. A bit of lighting. Okay, who's next? Damn. 3 pearls from one dude. Alright. So what I'll do is where is that ghast? There he is. So the idea of the fires is you should be able to see the last one no matter where you are. Hmm. Ooh, crimson. Any fortresses? No, I don't need fortresses. I've got what I need. Which was a crap load of quartz. Something like a minor gold heist? That's not what I wanted. Alright, I probably have enough quartz for now. We can start with the industrialization. I want to see if there's another fortress though. Okay, there's a crimson. Huh. That... Is that a bastion? Or is that Delta? Hard to tell. I have to get closer, but I don't want to get closer yet. Having a surprisingly peaceful time in the Nether. Huh. We made it. Okay, that is a lot of quartz. We now live in the future. We'll be able to make a proper wool farm. First things first, I'm thinking of making... upgrading the, this thing, the iron farm, by turning it into a scaring farm. Hmm. You guys good? got each other. And that's alright for love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, some headway there. Whoa. Living on a prayer, take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa. Hmm. Ow. So, let's see. Do we have bones? Yes. Yes, we do. So, we're gonna get rid of the grass. Instead, surround it with netherrack. Need to keep a couple of those. Heck, we're probably gonna need a lot more netherrack. Kind of give it the appearance like it's sprouted out of nowhere. I want to use up all of my nelium. what we'll do is that we'll bone meal it. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some skelly bones. Starting to look a little spookier. Different note. 15 gold. Turn that into ore straight away. Okay, so we need to make an automatic farm or two. Question is where to put them. They require a lot of digging. Thinking it might be good to have a silk touch shovel. It would also be nice to have efficiency. What can we get from our enchanting table? We can get efficiency from the enchanting table. That would be swell. Oh, yeah, that would be swell. That is worth it. So now we just need to get the levels. Is this a thunderstorm or a normal storm? Normal storm. Well, not the most efficient way, but I'm gonna go down to the spider farm and grind out some levels. At least 30, so that I can get that efficiency 4. And if it does something weird like combine the efficiency with fortune, we can just make a silk touch shovel. Okay, it's good to know what time it is. I wonder if, I mean, I've got 64 arrows. I might as well turn this into a mending bow. Haters are gonna hate. It's good to have a bow you can depend on. Got me thinking, what if we... 1, 2, 3... turn these guys into steps. Now it should... Yeah, they still can't get through, but they should be able to see me easier. Yeah, I should do something about the collection. So, if we... What are the odds of that? Okay, so got our mossy, which is pretty nice. So now I'm gonna have to grab some iron to make a hopper. And so basically we just put a hopper here, connect it to a chest, bada beam, bada boom. You can collect the drops. Okay, well, we got the wood to at least make 2 chests. One, two, three, four. Okay, so that we'll put a hopper there, and that should collect the eyes and string. I'll knock out this last set, and then it'll just work as normal. Grab the iron. Because once the spiders see me, they should head towards me. The water's not going to stop them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a bit better. Slowly but surely, it is getting more character. Okay. Right. So we were grinding for levels and then got distracted because we wanted our farm to be good. Better. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's got me thinking, instead of a half slab, use a step. There we go. All right. Waste not. I don't know if that feels like an improvement or not. Well, at least that part's working. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about this. What if we do something different? So instead of this, Alright. I'm gonna need more water. Fortunately, past me was nice enough to leave a water source. Thank you, past me. Just take it a little bit lower. Gross. Now, okay, so here's the idea. Uh, we got some silk touch deep slate. That doesn't do us any good. It's fortunate. Turn it into the cobbly stuff. Okay. Now, got our chest. We can access it. Leave a hole there. Okay, so now everything should just end up going down there, unless it's there. So, okay. Everything ends up over there. Is what we wanted. Perfect. So now let's see if this works, or if we've just made it harder for ourselves once again. We'll have a little hole for the chest. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. All right. Through a lot of work, just so that I could go to level 30. At least that part is working. Now, what should be interesting is what happens if we get a skeleton spider jockey here. And if we stay here long enough, we will find out. Okay, we're doing all right. The only problem is that I might actually have to jump down to collect the experience, because it seems to pool down over there. Alright, just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back to refill my drink. Gotta stay hydrated. Alright, so the reason I'm doing all this grinding... Oh, looks like we have a hole I have to plug. The reason I'm doing all this grinding is because I want to enchant a shovel. And I went to the enchanting table and it seems to have efficiency 4. And since I don't have efficiency yet in with my trading hall, getting it from the enchanting table is the next best thing. Turn this off just temporarily. Okay, so stuff is pooling over there. We don't want that to happen. So see what happens if we do this. Huh. Okay, so the current from that side is not that good. Should probably do something. Okay, we're gonna have to do some water engineering. Ourselves a little replenishable source of water. And there we go. Okay, so I know for a fact that that is not going to be, that the water's not going to be able to go far enough. It'll stop. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so how do we make sure that it all flows here? What if we just drop that one and that one? Okay, this is really slow. But it is technically flowing. So what if we do that? So if something ends up here, okay. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna hide some new water sources here, here, and there. That should get it flowing in the correct direction, hopefully. Actually, I think we don't even have to hit these. We just have to make sure that the wall has a water flow. Use stairs for that. I don't know if it's any better, to be honest. We'll see. Sure, why not? We'll give it a try. Gross. Spider eyes. Yeah, this is a really slow way to get levels, but it is safer. But we are getting to the point where I should just make a mob farm to grind these things out. On the bright side, we can sell the string to the string man. The string master, if you will. Maybe I should go on an extreme adventure to get the levels. Or mine quartz. That is a way to get lots of experience. Yeah, this is a bit slow. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. Take the bed. Take my stone cutter. Let's grab some of that string and sell it so we can sell it to the string master. And off we go. Alright, let's see. I don't think I need a minecart at the moment. More string. I will leave that in reserve. I'm going to build a tower here to hide the iron farm. Our nether portal. It's my house. Hmm. Where'd that come from? Alright, where is our string master? Here. You're not going anywhere, buddy. Oh. Well, that's it for the string master. 20 a pop. That's a lot. A lot of string for very little return. Okay. I have to tie him up as well so he doesn't get in my way. We're gonna run out of space to expand into the mountain, but that's fine. We got some new guys to be added to the collection. Hmm. Okay. Alright, I was underground, so that's probably the reason why we don't have a lot of iron too far away. So part of the whole plan, besides making some automatic farms, which is the reason why I want the shovel to make digging. Like, this is all convoluted. I want to make a farm. Hence, I made myself a diamond shovel. But in order for that shovel to be good, and the digging to be efficient, I need efficiency, and as well as other enchantments, so that I don't have to constantly make new shovels, and it can dig faster. And for that I need levels. So we get into that circular problem. I also need to set a composter. Okay. A lot of seeds. Get some experience from breeding them. And then later we can get some experience from culling the herd. It's a win-win. Probably too many cows. How did he end up here? Alright, that is enough silliness. No, no, you stay there. Was this a trap? Is this a bad idea? Maybe. Okay. And a lot of eggs. Leather. Yeah, I can sell leather. Alright, perfect. And one more level to go, so we can get that level 30. Waiting for that beautiful moonrise. That is a lot of meat. A lot of eggs. Put the meat to cook. There we go. Put some on the grill. Yeah, we should be able to get quite a bit of emeralds from all that leather. Now this little outdoor grill can cook 32 pieces of meat at a time. Needless to say, meat is not something that I have to worry about for a while. while we wait for that to cook, collect some sugarcane. You can tell we've collected all the sugarcane because we've got 2.5 stacks. There we go. 2.5 stacks. Grab half from there. Turn that into paper. We've got a lot of paper. In fact, we could make a stack of books, but we're not going to. Or we could. Ooh, get that steak cooking. Yeah, unfortunately, this is okay, but it's not perfect. Every so often, you're gonna get some of that steak to pop out, but it does a pretty good job of keeping most of it in containment. I don't know if you can hear the sirens, but it looks like there's a ambulance going by. Add that leather to the pile. Set that last bit of meat to cook. Perfect. I think between selling that leather and that paper, we should be able to get to level 30. I'm thinking the first spot to make a farm is here. Yep, 3 stacks of paper and all we get is 8 emeralds. We are really gonna have to do something about that price. It's not great. Where is our leather man? See, this is a much more favorable exchange. Still not enough for 30. But we are getting close. And we can, at the very least, buy an unbreaking book, because you can always use an unbreaking book. And grab a mending book as well. In fact, we're gonna grab 2 mending books. Do they have more paper? Because with... See if we can grab nine bits of paper, turn these 3 pieces of leather into books. Beautiful 3-page leather-bound books. Okay, we're gonna need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. And we're gonna buy one more mending from our boy. Oh, I do have efficiency 5, I forgot about that. Except that it's an ungodly expensive price. So we pretend it's not there. And also for shovels, we only need efficiency 4, really. Alright, we got our 30. Yes, it is a good meat grill. The best part about it is that it doesn't cost any fuel. Okay, let us enchant our shovel. Hopefully it gives us some goodies besides efficiency 4, but if efficiency 4 is all it gives us, I will take that. Alright, I mean, it's a bit crap, but we'll take it. The good news is that we don't have to make another shovel because I wanted to make it a silk touch shovel. So there was always the chance that it would give us like a fortune shovel. But that is no longer a danger. Alright, so right, we've got our mending, unbreaking, and our other mending. So we need silk touch. Silk, 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 here. Howdy. So let's put, we'll give it a name. Silky shovel. Unbreaking and mending. Alright, we've got a decent shovel, and since this bow is almost broken, it's not worth it to put infinity on it, so we're going to put mending on it. And we should give it a name, because if we eventually get an infinity bow, it'd be nice to know which one it is we're using. Okay. So I'm thinking automated melon farm, melon and pumpkin farm. Oh. Those guys think this bed is for them. Soon. Alright, this iron shovel lasted us a good amount. Shall not be forgotten. Okay, so let's see. I'm thinking like right here, we just dig out this whole area, and right here next to the breeder, we make the melon and pumpkin farm. Out of respect to this shovel, I will use it until it breaks. Just have to deal with that floating terrain for now. I'm gonna pretend there's not a creepy Enderman somewhere right behind me. Thank you for your service, Iron Shovel. Oh, this is so good. Comparison. It looks like iron golems don't like Endermen. Don't want to let all those beautiful blocks go to waste. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep that ugly floating island forever. Why did I do this? Why is there an Enderman standing on top of a tree? I know there's a usual design for making melon and pumpkin farms that involves observers, but we're gonna go a little bit more open loop. Instead of using a bunch of observers for each stock, and instead I'm thinking of having something like a hopper clock just on a short interval. It doesn't even have to be a hopper clock, really. A repeater clock, a long repeater clock would also probably work. And I'm just gonna shoot off all of them at once. Alright, is this a thunderstorm or just a storm? Just a storm. Okay, let's put that lead in the bag so I can pick up my bed. Well, well. My chest of random crap is filling up. Okay, I'm gonna switch to from Silk Touch pick to Fortune pick because we are gonna actually need a whole lot of pistons for breaking things. So obviously we're gonna need a lot of cobblestone for that. Negative seed. You are not wanted. I don't know how many pistons I'm gonna need yet. I'm probably gonna overestimate. Also gonna need slime, at least for the hopper clock pistons. My understanding those have to be sticky in Java. The interesting thing is that the hopper clock works on Bedrock, but it uses non-sticky pistons. It's because in Java, the pistons tend to lock in place if they're like pushing but can't push. So you need the sticky piston to actually retract the redstone block for the hopper clock to work. Whereas in Bedrock they don't lock, so the piston will still fire if you remove the pressure from the other piston. Alright, another random stuff chest. If you're bothered by random stuff chests, this is not a good place to be, because my chests are full of random crap. Okay, so let's see, we need obviously the iron for the pistons. We've got a whole bunch of wood. So what are our ratios? What does a piston require? I think it does require one piece of iron per, as well as, I don't know if it was 3 pieces of wood and 4 pieces of cobble. We'll find out. I don't like letting all this material go to waste, so I pick it up. Alright, let's head down there and see how much iron we have. Nope. 38. I can work with that. Okay. So, let's see what the piston recipe was. Yeah, 4 cobble, 3 pieces of wood. Okay, so if we want to make half a stack of pistons, let's see, half a stack of pistons. I want to say that's 3/4 of logs, and we're gonna need a minimum of 32. Rid of this garbage. Okay, so and we need 2 stacks of cobble. Right, this needs to actually be logs. Might have overshot with the logs. Yeah, went too many, but that's fine. We may need more pistons, but I mean, I think that's a good starting point. The other thing is we're gonna need lighting, and I'm not sure how I want to do the lighting, if I want to use torches or just lighting blocks. Torches will probably work. We're also gonna need a crap load of rails. This is gonna be fun. Okay. I want to use the space here, but instead of putting the farms side by side to this one, I want the farm to be like another house but lower. So this is actually the level where the roof is going to be. Now, I don't think that the minecart unloader design that I'm familiar with would work on Java Edition, because it's a Bedrock design. So we may have to figure something out for how to make an unloader. This is kind of the space I'm thinking of making the pumpkin melon farm. Still kind of early. And just like vibe coders, we're just kind of making it up as we go along. Another thing we're going to need is a crap load of seeds. Alright, that's probably big enough. Probably more than big enough. Because 4 times 8 is 32, which means we'd still need even more pistons. Just for some of the other stuff. Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 9 is 36, so that is an overshoot. 2 stacks, we still got those. And then we're gonna need more iron. Yeah, we got the iron. We ball. There we go, a full stack of pistons. That is a lot of pistons. That should be good. Alright. So we kind of cleared out this area. And I'm thinking we put the timer up on top of here. Because that is... It'll make it more accessible. Okay. And we're also going to need slime. Now, I do have a little bit of slime, but we're going to need more. Actually, no, we're not going to need more. We only need 2 sticky pistons, so what I have is probably more than enough. Look at that. Twice as much as what we needed. Amazing. Let's take that repeater, take that redstone, take all that quartz. There we go. Okay, so before I go too crazy, I should probably make some design decisions. Since we're using pistons and not sticky pistons to pop the melons and pumpkins, I'm thinking 4 rows. So if we do 5 rows, 5 times 8 is 40, okay? That would mean 4 internal rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the dirt is going to have to be right there. Sounds like we've got a cat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to use an observer to drive this. Even though that's probably in some ways less complicated, it's also more expensive. Okay, so we've got that. And for lighting, because we can, I'm gonna put those. Is this imperfect? Very. But it works. Okay, so I am short a bit. I'm missing a row. What is with all these cats? Kitty, where you at? In case you're wondering why I have dirt here, it's so that villagers don't escape while I'm placing them. Eventually I will clean that up. Okay. So we will have to make one more. Yeah, that's fine. Hmm. How did I end up short on sticks? That is what the stick farm is for. Okay, probably went a little bit over. I'm sure it's fine. Here we'll put touch of nature. And alright, that should provide plenty of lighting, probably. No guarantees. I'm gonna have to uncover that portion there. Alright, yep. Alright, yep, that'll do. Leave this little jutting bit there. Give the hill a little bit more character. Okay, I am once again carrying too much stuff. Throw that in there for now. Right, I was gonna make, yeah, I grabbed iron. I'm gonna make some hoppers. For some sticky pistons. Sorry, for a hopper clock. At least I've got plenty of building material. Alright, what do we need? We need 2 chests. Okay, we're gonna need 2 comparators. And that is one of the reasons why we like that. Alright, what else are we gonna need? Right, we've got our sticky pistons in the bag. We've got that. Oh, I want an observer. Yeah, so let's cobble one up. Perfect. Okay. So let's see if I can get this correct. I use stone bricks so that I know not to destroy them. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little sore throaty. So, but this guy here, seeds are a menace. I have the observer looking at this guy. Alright, now I have a sticky piston here and here. Got that there. Put a temporary redstone block there. Hopper is pointing into that. That hopper is pointing into that. Now, right. It's a very fast clock because we've only got 1 seed in there. Ironic, I was trying to get rid of seeds and now I'm on the hunt for them. Just because it would be fitting to have the timing for this hopper clock be based on seeds. Alright, so the purpose of the observer, it'll send out a momentary pulse every time. I know I have a lot more seeds over by the farm. Just waiting for that beautiful moonrise. Unless it's a new moon. There we go. Alright, yeah. Probably don't need that many seeds. I don't know if having the pistons firing off too often is going to cause problems. The reality is the most efficient method would probably be the observers, because they'd fire off immediately. But I'm not doing this to be that efficient. Though I'm probably going to speed that up. And I might actually move all the pistons up by one. Or move this back. Well, we'll see. Should probably be fine. Right, oh, yeah. There is more pistons. Okay. So the concept is quite simple. We have those guys just fire off. Though, if there's redstone on it, it should be stone brick. That way, you don't confuse it for anything that isn't purposely put there. Okay. Let's see. Are all of the pistons firing off up to here? Okay, perfect. So we can just extend this with a 1-tick delay. And all right, let's just take a look and confirm. Yep, that works. So before we put all the dirt in, this level layer here that I am digging is the layer where we're gonna have the minecart. Oh, okay. So turn that into a lever. Turn that bad boy off. Okay. Now it won't be beating on our heads while we're working. 60 iron is probably overkill. What I'm more concerned about is the number of powered rails I'm going to need. Huh. Random bamboo. Got plenty of gold. Let's see what 42 gets us. 42 gets us 42. Okay, I should not be surprised by that. Let's go with 24 because each one gives us 16, so it's actually going to be... Okay, 24 gives us... Oh, amazing. Now, did I make myself detector rails at some point? Yes. Thank you, past me. We're gonna need 10. Because we're gonna make a hopper minecart. Okay. You know, I made the hopper minecart, but then it's like, sure, but I'm gonna have to figure out the unloading, how to unload it in a way that, like, having a smart unloader is probably a better call than just having it roll up on a bunch of hoppers non-stopping. I am not sure what that circuit is, so we may have to do a little bit of experimentation to figure that out. And I'm gonna need some iron. What else do we need? Probably some chests. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least to start with. Don't worry, we're gonna make it more intelligent as we go. Okay. I'm thinking this is where we want. So from what I recall from the Bedrock design, we are going to be taking the reading from there. There's a lot of stuff in that bundle. Alright, we need that. Let's make ourselves a few more comparators and a few repeaters. I think we only need one comparator. But we might need multiple repeaters. And a couple of torches, just in case. Never hurt nobody. Alright. So the idea... Well, first off, this stuff is too high. Alright, like I was saying, the idea is when the hopper is empty, that is when it sends a signal to turn on realized I can't open the chest if it's got a solid block above, and it needs a solid block. We're just going to extend that with another hopper. Just making it up as I go along, and hoping it works. Okay. So this is the one that's going to get powered. No, it doesn't. This one doesn't need to be powered. It just needs to be a solid block. Okay. We're going to use the detector rail to let this know to be turned off. Okay. So it looks like we do need another comparator. Oh, actually we don't need a comparator here. This can just be a repeater. Alright, yeah. So that powers on. Perfect. Okay, okay. Hey, we've got an unloader. See, it's empty. All the blocks ended up here. Beautiful. Okay. So the way this works is that if this hopper is empty, this rail will be powered on. But when the minecart is going in here, it will also power off that rail. So, oh, well, anyway, I think you get the point. We have an unloader. Beautiful. So, later on, afterwards, we will hook this up to a filter system and a crafter system. But in the meantime, that is excellent. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We're going to use these torches to power on the rails. Oh, I just assumed it would end there, but it might not. Oop, oop, oop. Yeah, have that. And boom. Yep. That works. Okay, that should stay there until I press the lever. Gotta make sure we have enough light. Now the fun part. We get to grab all the seeds. Also, we need to make water spots, but we can worry about that a bit. One thing at a time. Let's actually get the crop. Okay, yeah. I think we have enough. Grab some water. I need a hoe. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's put our valuables in here. If we're gonna make a hoe, gotta do it right. No time for half measures. The reverse bucket clutch. Okay, after we make the farm, the next thing to improve is the iron farm. somehow get a zombie up there so he can scare them. Which should be interesting. Okay. Where is my stone cutter? Probably left it over here. So I'm thinking we put water source there and a water source there. Probably be okay. And similarly, the water source there. And one there. And for that, I want some stairs. Put the stairs in that orientation so it doesn't just spill all over the farm. Yeah. Knocked out my circuits. Awesome. Can I stop it? Okay, just making sure that the unloader is still working. Yep, unloader is still working. Now, put this guy over here. And that is a redstone block, so it should be visually distinct. Okay, so it'll stay there while we work. How many? I'm thinking we alternate between pumpkin and melon. So first layer, melon. Next layer, pumpkin. Now we go melon. First we gotta hoe it. That'll be fine. So next row, pumpkin. So if you think about it, I should be growing more melon than pumpkin, but I'm gonna do an even split. Alright, what was the last one I did? Okay, last one I did was pumpkin. This next one is melon. Melon, 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 melon. So next one should be pumpkin. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. So the next one should be melon. And the last one should be pumpkin. Okay, cool, cool. And that there is a farm. Huh. Huh. Alright, I'm thinking should get some glass just to make it look nice. It'll be a while before that actually starts producing anything because it takes a bit for these stalks to grow. Kind of overdid it there with the melon seeds. Alright. Glass, glass. Glass, we need sand. Oh, well, look at that. Didn't even need to do all of that. Now the big question, do we want to use a copper golem to do the sorting, or do I just use a comparator sorter? An impulse sorter, if you will. Also, that's kind of dark. It's kind of dark. Sure, it'll be fine, but it's not good to have dark places in Minecraft. Now I'm thinking probably 16. Yeah, that's how that works. Every so often, it'll just pulse. The things we will need. Need to extend that one chest. Alright, next thing on the agenda. Getting a zombie up there, which I've made more difficult for myself by removing the hill that went up there, but that is why we have scaffolding. Alright, so 8 times 4 is 32. I just don't want to accidentally fall into the farm by leaving these holes. Yeah, staring at it is not going to make it grow any faster. Grow faster. Okay, so we've got pumpkins. Time to get a villager, zombie to scare the villagers. Also gonna get some more bamboo. We can make some more scaffolds. Just in case I need to make a ridiculous scaffold tower to get there. Okay, that is probably more than we need. I should make an automated bamboo farm just to constantly make sticks for me. One day. There we go. It's probably more than enough. We're not gonna bother with that guy. So there's a lot of material up there. And shave off that floating island, but I figure if I end up building walls around it, it won't really matter. No, we can get, theoretically, we can get the iron farm to work faster if we get a zombie to scare the villagers. And we would end up making a hopper clock, similar but different to this one. Well, the same kind of hopper clock, just a new one. And then we can tune it to show them a zombie at a specific interval, which will scare the bejesus out of them. It's very scientific. But for that, I need a zombie. And since I don't want to put everyone in danger by working at night, we will have to make a zombie day-proof. Okay. Nothing yet. It looks like we've got one that's nearly fully grown. Right, last time I got a zombie, I used that dispenser over there to put a funny hat on him. We shall try to do something similar. Oh, do we have any name tags with names? Nothing yet. But I'm certain this farm will work some point. So name tag. That is an unnamed name tag. Doctor. Okay. And we have a spare, just in case we lose the zombie on the way. Okay, that looks fully grown. Now, is the this thing kicking off too quickly? I think once the stalks are fully grown, they'll just like pop pumpkins just and melons just like that. Oh. Need to give it more time. Now to explore the nearby caves, because I don't want to go down into my mining cave. That's way too deep. Hmm. Hmm. Is this lilac? Oh, it's peony. The buzzing of a bee, I hear. I don't think I want to go this way, because it's gonna make getting that zombie that much harder. I've kind of been neglecting these guys. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna end up with too many golems here. Might have to. I have to do something. Okay, nothing yet. Yeah, it would suck if I made all of that. You know, I'm just gonna slow down the timer. Maybe it does need some time. Yeah, let's just throw 12 seeds in there. Alright, do we have our bed? Do we have our bed? Alright, yeah, we're gonna go into the mine. See if we can get a zombie. Hmm. I did light this place up. It's gonna make getting a zombie here a little bit more difficult. Well, hello. You are not who I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Well, found a zombie. Do you want an arrow? Does not want an arrow. There we go. Come on, buddy. Get in the boat. No, you don't. Buddy. In the boat. Okay, maybe I put it too... There we go. Sir. Okay. No, you are not gonna work. So it looks like it needs to be the kind of zombie that will pick up items for you to pumpkin head him. Hello, slime. Alright, anyway. See if we can find another zombie. If he picks up this stick. If he picks up this stick, we'll know he's the one. Oh, there's also the arrow, yes. Oh, he's got a helmet. Hmm. I don't think he's the one either. Are you the one? Yes, he is the one. Okay, he is the one. Okay, it's nighttime, so I'm gonna want to sleep before I go to the surface. Alright, stay there. I'm gonna sleep, and I'll be right back for you. Alright. Oh, please. Sir, sir! Only the gold helmet is really beat up. I wanted the pumpkin head because it it's like a helmet, except that it's a helmet without durability. So I can keep him in the sun while I work. And I'm not in danger of losing him. I still have to figure out how I'm gonna actually do the whole zombie scaring mechanic, but at least we have him. And just to be safe, we'll give him the name. He is our doctor. He's a strange man. Okay, the farm has not produced anything yet, but I'm sure that's fine. But I'm gonna have to do some thinking about how I actually want to get that thing working, and then we'll come back to it. Gonna leave it here for now, so thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch you next time.